Welcome everyone to BFB and TPOT, but only contestants with Pokeball colors exist. Happy Pokemon Day everyone! At least it is if you're watching it the day of release. I wanted to do something for the occasion, so here it is. Only contestants that have red, white, gray, or black in their design are allowed to exist in this one. Sometimes, the middle line part of a Pokeball is depicted as gray and sometimes as black, so I'm allowing both of those. Limbs and faces do not count for this, except for Robot Flower, as they are part of her asset. The hosts are allowed to stay though, as elimination order restrictions only apply to contestants. Enough chatter though, let's get started! In BFB 1, Iant ended up being unable to retrieve a basket. Since Pencil's metal band is grey, that means she still exists, so is still the first one out of the game. It's practically a canon event the way this elimination hardly ever changes. The same cannot be said for BFB 2, as Leafy does not have any of the specified colors. This means that David is the first one out instead, replacing her for the purposes of future votes. Balmy and Naily are the only contestants who remain on Team Ice Cube. Of the two of them, Naily had more votes, so she gets out. With Lai being non-existent since she is too blue tinted for me to count her as grey, this means Pi gets punished for being totally non-existent in BFB 4. Beep are the first team to lose twice, and Robody gets out here just as he normally does. How boring. The loser list losers lose, and without loser, Eggy has the most votes and is out of the game as a result. Despite Grassy not being here to cause them to lose, the most intact team still manages to lose the challenge anyways through some other way. 8-Ball also gets out like normal. With Puffball gone, maybe Marker helps Stapy cheat instead. Regardless, Stapy is still the one who takes the fall. Since David already left back in BFB 3, that means there is nothing preventing Rocky from entering the exit on this episode. Speaking of David, since he got out in the spot that Leafy would normally have been eliminated, that means he gets to rejoin the game. Since Match's tip is red, that means she is still in the game. This causes Iance's second elimination to go as normal, just like the first. This one is treated as an auto-elimination as Balmy is the only member remaining on this team. So long, Balmy. Well, well, look who finally lost. This one is not very interesting, as it is still Dora who is eliminated here. Since Team Ice Cube is dissolved, the second to last team, Iance, will lose in BFB 15 instead. Based on their BFB 12 results, this means Snowball will be taking Spongy's place. Split time! Snowball instantly rejoins, and Eggy does too, with everyone who gets eliminated after her moving down one spot in terms of their placements. Meanwhile, everyone who switches to Teapot, 19 contestants total, ties for 8th place. In the first post-split elimination, the have-nots lose a member, specifically whoever had the least votes. It is not David or Lollipop, but Ruby who goes. In BFB 18, the other team, the have-nots, lose, and in BFB 19 at the beginning, it is Snowball who leaves, as he is in Spongy's place. As a reminder, David is replacing Leafy, so it is no surprise then that David survives over Lollipop in BFB 20. In BFB 21, the team that loses switches hands again back to the have-nots. Eggy is out of the game here as she is replacing Loser. The team that loses does not switch in BFB 22 as it is the have-nots again. Blocky just barely bests Taco to stay in the game. Since each team has one member left, the winner will be decided by who won the challenge in BFB 22. And since it was the have-nots, that means Blocky wins BFB in this alternate elimination order. Congratulations to him! Now, on to Teapot. Winner does not exist, but Price Tag does, so they join in winner's place. While Taggy's place is instead occupied by Battery, since their tips are gray. Death Pact again are the first team to lose as they fail to reach the top of the hotel before the other teams. With Pie gone, Marker leaves the game instead. The strongest team on Earth proved to be the second weakest, and Basketball is eliminated from the game very early this time. Also no Teardrop since she doesn't exist. Despite the team being half the size as normal, Team 8's elimination goes as it normally does, with Saw still being the one who leaves the game. This is also true of the S. Cloudy will go away now. Out of the whole entire 3 contestants on Just Not, it is Book who has the least votes, so her story comes to a close. Death Pact Again's second elimination goes the same as it normally does, with Remote just barely getting eliminated. The strongest team's second and final elimination is an auto-elimination, which means Robot Flower, being the only one left, is gone. Additionally, Are You OK is the last team to lose a member, and they were already the most intact to begin with. Fries gets out as normal. Another elimination where nothing changes, as Clock is the second member to leave the S. Meanwhile, on Death Pact Again, Fanny is eliminated, leaving Black Hole as the last man standing on this team. Just Not made the roller coaster's damage worse by accident, so they did worse in TPOT 7. Between these two, Nickel had less votes, so he is gone. Bottle is out on the S, meaning Price Tag is the last member of this team, just like Battery is the last on Just Not. Although Are You OK loses Golf Ball here, they still have a 3-to-1 advantage against all the other teams. This is because Pin is the last one left on Team 8's, since Needle is out of the game. Since Teardrop does not exist, I will pick another team to lose alongside Just Not based on their placements. Battery is auto-eliminated from Just Not, meaning they are the second team to be dissolved. The next two teams up in the ranking are Team 8's and Are You OK? Since in the real episode, Barfbag had briefly been cured, causing Team 8's to briefly have more alive members than Are You OK, I will put the latter up. Using the TPOT 9 votes, Tennis Ball is out by just 1 vote. Since both of the teams that lost in the real TPOT 10 are dissolved, that means Team 8's and Death Pact Again lose instead, resulting in Pin and Black Hole leaving the game. Pie gets to rejoin the game in the place of Lie, and Pencil also joins as normal. Since Team 2 and Bagged are the only ones with existing members, Price Tag is auto-eliminated. TV is also out since he got less votes than Pen. If the elimination had happened before the rejoin in the real episode, Pen would have won the game here as I would have excluded the rejoin then. But since that's not the case, we have a little more to go. I will count this as the finale since both Death Pact Yet Again and Team 2, the original losing teams, have been dissolved. Pencil is auto-eliminated, but gets second place due to Cloudier winning over Bagged in TPOT 14. For Pen and Pie, however, I will use their TPOT 15 votes to decide who is in third place and who wins the show. And that happens to be Pie. What a turnaround. The original first boot of Teapot ended up being the one to win it all here. Congratulations to her. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe with notifications on, and I'll see you in the next one.